The second quarter for the second consecutive game was kind of a pivotal one for you guys. I'm sure it was a little bit different than the Sacramento game, but what stood out in particular? Uh, 46 points there in that second quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter, I thought we started the game with the right intentions, the right focus. I thought that the execution on both ends was like pretty good, and then that second quarter, we just saw some of our usual good habits and tendencies kind of drift. And I thought that we didn't execute very well defensively, understanding our matchups and what coverages we should have been in. It just seemed like we were a little asleep at the wheel, I would say, for lack of a better word. And so, but to the group's credit and to how they always respond when you challenge them, we come out in the third quarter and we hold them to 20 points in the third quarter. And so, like, again, I know we can do it. We just have to be able to sustain it.
Back-to-back strong games for KJ Simpson. Do you feel like the game has started to slow down a little bit for him late in his rookie year?
Yeah, I don't know about slow down, but it's definitely he's just getting more comfortable. I think that playing with these guys gives you a little bit more chemistry, cohesion, seeing what coverages he's getting now maybe is a little bit different than what he saw with the Swarm. The personnel is a little bit different than the Swarm. And so he's just finding a rhythm and a groove. And anytime you can let young guys get more reps, especially like for extended periods of time, like he's playing 30 minutes, he's starting, he's getting to go against some top-notch competition, other starters where like you can't half-step. You got to come into the game ready to play because he's gone up against some really good point guards, and I think it's great for his growth, and he's responded really well.
Seems like from afar, he kind of relishes the like spirit that you talk about up here, like the on-court leadership. Is that something you've seen him grow into over the last few weeks as well?
Definitely. And, there was a moment last game where we're at the free throw line, and I'm trying to engage him in conversation because I want him to be an extension of us, the coaching staff, I'm saying, and feel the game and understanding what's going on and who has it going and what play calls make sense right now and what coverages are they in. And so, because he cares so much and he's such a good player and he's going to be a phenomenal player in this league for a long time, I talked to him. I said, hey, what play do you think we should run right now? He told me a play. And I said, okay, now go tell the rest of the team. Make sure we all know what spots we should be in and who's taking the ball out and how we can kind of execute coming off this free throw. And he did it. And so he grows in a lot of different ways. His teammates are always talking to him, hey, they're going under a pick and roll. Look to be a little bit more aggressive. And he responds really quickly to apply those things. So, yes, he is definitely coming into his own.
Given there's only 1 week left in the regular season, what's left to play for these guys, and how much of what you're doing now really is tailored for what you want next season as opposed to whether or not you win?
Yeah, I think there's a ton to still play for. These are still very valuable minutes, valuable games, valuable opportunities for this group. I think to keep growing together individually, there are goals that they all have that they want to be able to achieve and have a purpose for these next few games. And I think we've talked about all year, like daily improvement is something that we are all obsessed with. And so this is an opportunity to keep getting better. And I think that if we can still come to games and be prepared on personnel. We can switch up matchups. We can switch up coverages because that's what the game's going to require of you next year as you do try to play deeper into the season, and hopefully you're one of the last teams standing as we continue to try to build sustainable success here. So you got to be able to have a lot of flexibility, a lot of versatility, and so we're still pushing the envelope with these guys to put them in different situations and play different ways so that we can be prepared for whatever the season may bring us the rest of this year and next year.
Yusuf Nurkic had 18 points in 16 minutes. Given that he brings a little bit different dynamic than Mark Williams, what do you feel like having him on this roster can add for you guys going forward?
Yeah, first I'll start with his veteran leadership. I think that he has helped us a ton. Just how we approach the game, how we're thinking about the game. He's like sees the next play before it even happens, or the defensive shifts and coverages. He has such a great feel for the game. He almost becomes like another point guard on the floor. And so his ability to communicate what he sees, too, is really good and really high level. And then I think just from a playing standpoint, he gives us another presence to be able to get a piece of the paint. I love being able to drive and kick and get the defense to kind of collapse, and then we get some open catch-and-shoot threes, and we're going to keep taking the best uncontested shot we can, but it is nice to every now and then be able to dump it down to him, be able to take advantage of a mismatch, and know that he's also just a great playmaker. Like if the game tells him to pass, he'll kick out for one of those open threes too. So it's nice just having that presence there.
With Tijon, what have you seen from him just growth-wise the last month or so here? And I guess what's impressed you most about what he's done his rookie year when he came in to now?
Yeah, two things stick out to me. He always plays with great competitive joy. I feel like I've seen even more of that joy and spirit on the defensive end. He's had a couple games here where he's had a charge, or one game, I believe it was, at home. He had 2 charges, and that fist pump still comes out, not even after a 3. It's after a defensive play, and that excites me. And so him understanding the importance of impacting the game and impacting winning even without making shots, because I think that we all – human nature, and also just being a young player, you identify with offenses like that's how I can have my stamp on the game, but he can do it in other ways. And then the other part, I think, offensively, is reading closeouts a lot better. He's getting a better feel for does he need to shoot it or does he need to drive it? And his driving force, I think, because he's getting stronger, because he's understanding how to use his body a lot better and a lot more, the force that he's playing with downhill has been really good.
Speaking of a young player like that, as the season goes on, I mean, a lot of times you're thinking a lot. Are you seeing where he's maybe not thinking as much on the court and knowing what to do, or how do you see that progress from earlier to now?
Yeah, I think you're right. Just, the extra reps that you get as a young guy, you're not frozen with all the details of coach, I did it. You've just done it so many times now that it's becoming second nature for him, and that's helping the game slow down for him.
Talked about KJ's progression and Tijon's progression and their confidence. What about you? Do you feel like there's an area that you've grown as a coach since the start of the season?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty perfect. No, I think that just being able to continue to coach these guys throughout the whole game, I'm trying to find my moments where, your tone or, you give up 46 points in the second quarter, you're maybe pissed off and frustrated about something, but I think that the way that you communicate to the team is vital and it's important, and trying to figure out what do I think the team needs in those moments. I feel like I've gotten a better feel as the season's gone on, because I've gotten a better feel for the players and how they best are pushed, how they best are challenged. Is it an individual conversation? Is it in front of the whole group? Is it a video or film clip that helps kind of everybody see it? And so I feel like that's one of the areas I've been able to grow in, and it's a testament, I think, to my staff too, just being able to kind of bounce ideas off of them. They're all just so well versed and experienced. They kind of either talk me off a ledge or encourage me to keep going with the thought I had.